What if I told you that a 2,000-year-old secret society might be the reason you're allowed to use the technology in your pocket right now? It sounds like a Hollywood thriller, a grand, speculative conspiracy. But the legend of the 9 unknown men didn't start in a boardroom. It began with a man who realized that the human mind is a weapon that can outpace the human heart. Are we the masters of our own destiny? Or are we simply receiving a leaked syllabus from the shadows of the ancient past? This is the story of Emperor Ashoka's 9 wise men, the guardians of our doom. To understand the legend, you have to understand the man, Emperor Ashoka the Great. In 273 BCE, Ashoka was a titan of absolute, crushing power. He was ambitious, ruthless, and driven by a thirst to unify India under a banner of iron. This thirst led him to the gates of Kalinga. The battle was a massacre. 100,000 soldiers were slaughtered. 150,000 were deported. Legend says that as Ashoka stood on the banks of the river Daya, he didn't see water. He saw a thick, slow-moving crimson, a literal river of blood. Staring at the gushing blood, the emperor broke. He realized that if a single empire with primitive bronze and iron could cause this much suffering, what would happen when humanity discovered the secrets of the atom? He understood a truth that still haunts us today, that human progress will always move faster than human morality. To prevent our extinction, Ashoka allegedly hand-picked 9 extraordinary minds. Their mission was to guard 9 books, the sum of all forbidden human knowledge. The 9 books are said to cover sciences that we are only now rediscovering. The first, propaganda and psychological warfare, the art of molding mass opinion. The second, physiology, including the touch of death. The third, microbiology, protective colloids and biological warfare. The fourth, alchemy, the transmutation of metals. The fifth, communication with beings from other worlds. The sixth, gravitation, and the blueprints for flying vimanas. The remaining 3 cover cosmology, light as a weapon, and sociology, the mathematical prediction of a civilization's fall. Is this just a grand myth? Perhaps. But then we must look at the evidence. Long before Copernicus, ancient Indian texts described a spherical Earth and a heliocentric system where 9 planets danced around the sun. How did they know? Consider the Iron Pillar of Delhi. It has stood for 1,600 years without a single speck of rust, a metallurgical miracle we didn't master until the Industrial Age. Look at Damascus steel. Modern microscopes have found carbon nanotubes inside these ancient blades. Molecular engineering performed 1,000 years ago, but the real secret? Damascus steel wasn't from Damascus at all. It was actually Wootz steel, an ultra-high carbon metal imported from southern India as early as 300 BCE. And they didn't just master external matter, they mastered the internal machine. Through yoga, they achieved a hyper-advanced mastery of the mind, body, and soul. And through Ayurveda, they mapped human health with a sophisticated grasp of chemistry, biology, and nature, charting the body's energy fields with the precision of a modern MRI. But if these 9 men are merely a legend, how do we explain the sudden, unexplained explosions in our modern technology? And the historical records of a pope who possessed a computer in the year 999? The answer isn't in the books they kept, it's in the leaks they allowed. Leaks that many believe are still detailed inside the secret, ancient texts locked away deep within the Vatican Apostolic Archive. We are about to step into the shadows of the 20th century and see the face of the 9. Welcome back. While the origins of the 9 are ancient, the concept was primarily popularized in the West by modern literature. The existence of this shadow society was first proposed in fiction by British intelligence officer Talbot Mundy in his 1923 novel, The 9 Unknown. Decades later, in 1960, the narrative shifted from fiction to alleged fact. In their explosive book, The Morning of the Magicians, authors Louis Pauwels and Jacques Bergier claimed the society was a verifiable historical reality. They alleged that elite minds throughout history had made contact with the 9 to siphon advanced knowledge. Most famously, Pope Sylvester II in the year 999. History records that Pope Sylvester II possessed a talking head, a bronze automaton that answered yes or no to complex questions about the universe. Cyberneticists today call it a primitive binary computer. Where did a 10th century monk get the blueprints for a machine that predates the transistor by 1,000 years? We take pride in our inventions, our internet, our AI, our vaccines. But the story of the 9 unknown men forces us to reflect on a terrifying possibility. Is a caged bird truly free just because it doesn't see the bars? If a secret society is truly filtering our reality, they aren't doing it because they hate us. They are doing it because they know us. They know that the moment we have the power of a god, we will use it to settle the petty grievances of a mortal. What do you think? Is the legend of the 9 just a beautiful speculation popularized by Western authors? Or is the evidence in the iron, the Vatican archives, and the ancient Indian steel too hard to ignore? Tell me your theory in the comments. Is it a myth, or is it possible? Tap the link on our profile to uncover the truths they tried to bury. This is the open secret.